The coolest bomber in the history of aviation. Is it possible for a bomber from the Vietnam War to fly for another century? The Boeing B-52 Stratofortress is already 70 years old. Engineers first sketched it on a napkin somewhere in Ohio. It was about 3 years after the end of World War II. There were no computers back then, only slide rulers, and it still strikes fear into the enemy's hearts. This is an iconic U.S. Air Force combat aircraft. The B-52 was designed for nuclear strikes. However, it was never used for these purposes. The B-52 went through the Vietnam War and 2 wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. Pilots joke that the bones of Saigon chicken will start falling out if you fly it upside down. Yet this aviation veteran still patrols the skies. Other planes were set to replace it at different times. The B-1 was the first, but it failed. It was followed by the B-2, which also didn't work. When the U.S. wants to make a point, it sends in B-52s. In 2015, 2 B-52s flew near disputed islands in the South China Sea. The B-52 will continue its service until 2044 and even beyond. The aircraft is 159 feet long. It has a wingspan of 185 feet. The bomber flies at 650 miles per hour. It reaches an altitude of more than 10 miles. It's loaded with almost 70,500 pounds of bombs. The B-52 can carry hundreds of regular rockets and 32 nuclear cruise missiles. It can be refueled in the air. This potentially makes its flight time unlimited. The B-52 can conduct bombing missions over vast areas. During the Cold War, the B-52 fleet was America's nuclear shield. The crew is made up of 5 men: aircraft commander, pilot, radar navigator, and electronic warfare officer. This aircraft wasn't designed for people. Colonel Warren Ward is a veteran pilot of Operation Desert Storm. He once spent more than 47 hours on the B-52. He says you can't even stand upright in there, only on a ladder if you want to stretch your back. A 70-year-old B-52 doesn't smell like a brand new car either. The pilots say it smells like sweat mixed with urine and engine oil. Nevertheless, the plane has been upgraded. The obsolete engine was replaced with a new one. A new radar system was also installed. The B-52 mastered new communications technology, a quick switch to low-frequency radio communications. The most significant innovation is the data link. This radio technology enables up-to-date reconnaissance data. Data link also corrects targets in real time. The B-52 also received a new internal weapons bay upgrade. It allows the plane to carry more joint direct attack munitions and joint air-to-surface standoff missiles. The B-52 now carries up to 8 of the latest J-series bombs. The Air Force plans to launch hypersonic weapons from B-52s. Last year, they performed a simulated target fire. An advanced hypersonic missile, AGM-183, was used. During this test, the B-52 received target data from sensors in Alaska. They were at a distance of almost 700 miles. The test was an absolute success. It proved that the aircraft would fly for decades to come.